Welcome to Revealing the Narc. Join me as I highlight narcissistic traits in celebrities and public figures. Everything here is in my opinion and not professional advice. If you enjoy the analysis, please like and subscribe. I have another Harry and Meghan clip for you from Invictus 2018. I'm going to show it to you and then we will analyze it and I will give you my opinion on why the behavior might be occurring. The Invictus Games are an international sporting event for wounded, injured, and sick veterans and service personnel. It's a very important event. It has a lot of significance for people that have served, and it's really important that the spotlight be kept on those who have served and those who are there to participate in the games. We know that Meghan, over the last few years, has started to kind of take the spotlight away from the veterans when she shows up. She treats it, in my opinion, almost like a fashion show. So the clip we're going to watch is from the games in October 2018. This is in Australia. This is about 5 months after they've been married, and at this point they have announced their pregnancy with Archie. So let's watch the clip. What I see is Meghan going in first, shaking hands. Harry has to go around her. Meghan barely moves. She does not accommodate him in order to allow him to shake hands. So to summarize, what I see is that she jumps ahead of Harry to shake someone's hand and then blocks him. So why does she do this? Why is this something we see all the time with her? Particularly at an event that is so close to her husband's heart. And remember, they're newlyweds at this point. They've only been married for 5 months, and they're expecting their first child. One reason is that Meghan is seeking attention and dominance. Narcissists often have this intense need to be the focal point or the center in any interaction. By stepping in front of Harry and engaging first, Meghan could be positioning herself as the center of attention, ensuring that she's noticed before anyone else. This matters, especially because royal protocol typically places Harry as the royal in the leading role. By ignoring this protocol, Meghan might be signaling her desire to be seen as equally important or even more prominent and important, asserting her presence over the prince himself. She could be also undermining Harry's role. Narcissistic personalities sometimes exhibit competitiveness even within personal relationships. By cutting in front of Harry, Meghan might be communicating her own importance in the situation, showing that she's on par with or even more significant than Harry in this context. This move could disrupt Harry's rightful position as the leader in royal engagements. Royal appearances are carefully structured, with each interaction reflecting an intentional order and respect for hierarchy. Meghan's actions here could be read as undermining that structure to emphasize her own role. And this all goes back to Meghan being a competitor and not a collaborator. Meghan never intended on being a collaborative member of the royal family. She was in it to win it. And this is just one of the ways that we can see that really those were her true intentions. So not only does Meghan not respect the hierarchy that she married into, in that her husband is the royal and that he would be shaking hands first, she is seeking to, at minimum, be his equal. And in reality, I think she is trying to look even bigger and even more important than he is. By stepping in front of Harry, Meghan is asserting that she sees herself as his equal, ignoring traditional protocol to send this message. This matters because royal engagements, we all know, they have an established hierarchy. In fact, that's how the monarchy exists. There has to be a hierarchy because there is a leader among the group. And if there's a leader, that means there is a hierarchy, right? So by Meghan overriding this protocol, she is telling everybody that she is not one of these supporting figures. She is independent. She is a central force. She is trying to reshape the perceptions of the royal family, of her position within the royal family. And we've heard her say that she was there to modernize everything. An institution that is centuries old, that has lasted for all of this time, does not need an upheaval, right? And the thing is, what Meghan seeks to be is the top of the hierarchy, but then she doesn't even respect the hierarchy. So it's really hypocritical, right? Like, she would be okay with it if she was the one at the top, but since she's not the one at the top, she is doing her best to try to undermine the monarchy. In my opinion, Meghan is not trying to be equal to Harry. She is trying to be superior to Harry. And I think you could consider this like the leading lady persona. Narcissists are very image conscious, so they want to be the leading lady, the leading role, and this goes hand in hand with why she wants to be, in my opinion, the head of she wants to control everything. So I think by stepping in front of Harry, she's reinforcing this image that she is superior to him. Public perception is very important for the royal family, and the protocol ensures that each person has a role that's clear. Meghan's actions are sending a mixed message. She's creating an impression that she herself is a star rather than a royal consort. And if I'm not mistaken, it was after this Australia trip that Harry and Meghan's egos really got to their head. They thought they did excellent. They thought they were so amazing because all these people turned out. And of course, we know the bad behavior allegedly that Meghan had while she was in Australia. There were lots of screamings that were heard. There was allegedly hot tea that may have been thrown at someone. So there's also clearly a lack of self-awareness, right? So they go and they do all these horrible things to people, allegedly, and then they think that they outperformed and they outshone any royal that had ever been, except for Princess Diana. Or, Meghan probably thinks she did better than Princess Diana. I don't think Harry believes that. I think Harry really, really sees his mother as this absolutely perfect person and mother. I think one of the images that Meghan really tries to display is one of someone who takes charge. And initially, like when we see this assertiveness displayed, it comes across as confidence, but it can become very easily overreach, especially within the structured expectations of royal protocol. Her actions are inappropriate and intrusive, in my opinion. She is more concerned with her personal validation as the more important one, superior to Harry, etc., in my opinion, and allegedly, rather than becoming part of the team that she did marry into. And that's the thing. Meghan always says, allegedly, and in my opinion, I think she's lying, that she didn't know anything about the royal family. Okay, you can claim ignorance for the first year, but you married into it. At some point, you need to recognize, if you want to be... See, I just answered my own question. If you want to be part of the royal family, if you really want to be part of the team, you work together and you collaborate, but that's just it. Meghan never intended, in my opinion, on staying within the royal family. I don't think she ever really loved Harry, in my opinion. I think she thought, when she started dating him, no matter which way it goes, it's going to make her famous, right? And ultimately, I think the three main driving forces for Meghan are power, fame, and money. And I think you can sum up all of Meghan with those three motivations. So I'm curious to know what you all think. Do you see this? Did you think it was rude what she did at the Invictus Games? Please drop it in the comments. And if this was interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. It helps out with the algorithm. And yeah, I will be creating another video soon. I can't wait. I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.